My name is Patrick Pell, for those of you who I haven't had a chance to meet yet. I have the honor and privilege of being Sean Davis's best man. Before starting my speech, I would just like to thank the parents, Mr. and Mrs. Browse, and Mrs. Davis, for inviting us all to this wonderful evening. I had the opportunity to meet Sean at Ohio State when he was attending college with
Go Bucks!
And Sean and I were taking a look back and a few weeks ago, and we finally realized that was actually 10 years ago. It's a sad state of affairs when you can start measuring times in your life in terms of decades, but we all do grow up. And over the course of that decade, I had the opportunity to establish a friendship with Sean and this group of friends that I never thought imaginable. And much of that bond of our friendship was formed over late nights at bars and collecting random and embarrassing stories, many of which star Sean as the leading character. And I would love to share all of those with you today. Unfortunately, he has just as many, if not more, stories about myself, as well as photos to go along with it. And he's always certain to remind me of that fact. But needless to say, neither of us will be running for political office anytime soon. That's it's a good thing for Sean because, as it turns out, he's in sales, so there's no worries there. And he's been a salesman since I've known him. In fact, Sean had to relocate out to Chicago not too long ago, a few years ago, and when he moved out, he always kept in touch with his friends. He always knew what was important and strove to make sure that he would be in all of our lives. And as time went on, it seemed that he missed and longed for those old times of being together and having those close friends to go out with time and time again. And that's when I got a call from Sean suggesting that I move out to Chicago. Now, I was in Cleveland, I had a job, everything was going well for me. I simply explained to him, there's just not the opportunity for me to come out at this time, but thank you. And he said, oh, that's okay, and we went along our ways. But Sean is a salesman, and he's not, he doesn't give up that easy. He's used to objections, and he just changed his approach. So it wasn't too long later that I started to receive a phone call from Sean late at night, and he knows what it takes to motivate people and to make them buy. So the phone call would go along the lines of, I met this person tonight, you should really give them a call, or the next time, there's this other person that you should really meet, come on out. And what he was doing, essentially, was going about the city of Chicago and finding random girls that he thought I might be interested in to basically be set up on blind dates. Now, it's a cheap sales tactic, but I will say my trips out to Chicago increased dramatically over the course of the next couple of years, and it wasn't until I was halfway across Indiana with all my personal belongings that I realized that Sean sold me again. And we were back at each other's side, and I loved every moment of it. It was just like old times, and as the story always goes, along came a girl. And that girl, of course, is Colleen, and I'm sure you would think with all this talk about salesmanship that there was a lot of salesmanship from Sean to Colleen and vice versa, but the fact of the matter is that was not the case. They knew from the very start of their relationship that they would be together for many years to come. And the love that Sean has for Colleen is clear to see, and in fact, it's the same sort of drive and determination that I see in Sean, his love for Colleen as he had for his friends, in keeping that relationship together, even though he was 350 miles away. So, Sean, you are quite honestly one of the most caring, determined, and driven people that I've ever met, and I'm so happy to have you in my life. To call you a friend makes me incredibly proud. And Colleen, Sean is the happiest I've ever seen him. There's no doubt in my mind that he will do everything in his power to show his appreciation for you for the rest of your lives together. So with that, I would like to say to Sean and Colleen and ask everyone to raise their glasses. And Coach Sean and Colleen, wishing you well for the many years to come.
Here.